Hello my quilting friends, Leah Day here with a new free motion quilting video. Today I have a fun new design and it's called Super Triangle. And I'm stitching basically a triangle from the center of my quilting space. I've got these thread tails, they're going to be kind of in my way today, but I'm just going to work around them. So I just started out with a simple triangle shape, except I didn't complete the triangle. Instead I went straight into a spiral, so that each line of stitching just comes down a little bit longer. And how I'm spacing that is, as I stitch down, I just try and visualize that space between where my needle is and the line of stitching before. And so long as that looks pretty good, then I know it's time to stitch straight on down. So it's a little bit of space estimation, just trying to line things up right. It's really not a hard design, and as you can see, it's filling in quite quickly. Really a speedy design to work from the center of a block. Now I know that you're probably getting annoyed with those thread tails, so I'm going to tie it off and bury it real quick. And I have more detailed videos on how to do this, and, step by step and really slow. But basically what I'm doing is tying a knot in those thread tails, so tying them together. And then I take them and pop them into the end of a cheater needle. There's a special needle that has a groove in the eye. Allows you to pop the needles in, that thread tails in really quickly. You pull it through and then just clip it off. And I keep my cheater needle really handy so I can do that really quickly, just like that. So that's the trick to hiding your thread tails and making sure that your stops and starts are secure and they, of course, don't come undone and they aren't constantly bugging you on the surface of the quilt. And like I said, the key to that is keeping the cheater needle handy, because if you have to go and hunt and search for it, you're never going to use it. So I keep mine next to my sewing machine really close by. So as you can see, working outward, as I work from the center, the line's going to get longer and longer. And so I am starting to rotate with each angle. That way I can keep the line nice and straight. So I'm rotating it so it faces me, and then I stitch straight on down. And then another thing that can really help with straight lines is to keep the index finger of your right hand parallel with the needle. And then as you push the block forward, it really does keep that straight line straight, because you're feeding the whole quilt through the machine kind of the way it's designed to go. And for some reason that always feels more natural to me. Play around with it and see what feels most natural to you. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. I know a lot of people think free motion quilting and they think that you should basically put your quilt on the machine and then stitch everything kind of without moving the quilt. So to go from here to here like this. Well, that works, but I promise you eventually it'll get to be such a long line that I won't be able to do that with just the space between my hands. That'll get too far apart and I'm going to have to stop and reposition. And that I had also noticed I had more wobbles in that line because it just didn't feel as natural to me. So don't hesitate to rotate your quilt, let it face you. This is why I stitch small blocks. It makes it more convenient. But I also do this on big quilts. It's not that big of a deal, and it always makes it easier to knock out the design if you can see what you're doing. So that's it for our Super Triangle. We also have a design called Super Spiral and Super Daisy as well. They're all quick and easy to quilt, so check out those other videos too. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions about quilting this design, please ask in the comments below. I really want to help you learn more about free motion quilting on your home machine. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel on YouTube so you don't miss the next video coming out soon. Until next time, let's go quilt!